Hello, hello, hello. 'Tis I, Gunchpot, back at it again. I'm a little late today. I was supposed to start at an hour ago, but I didn't. What is going on with the stream? An hour ago. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm back. Like I said yesterday, I'm back to streaming in OBS, but man, it seems bad. Has you promised me that we would make it out of this alive? Why is the chat not showing up? I can see it on my screen because it came up on screen, but the chat's not actually there. What the heck? Hello? Which chat did you send that in? You're Cyajin Bleda on YouTube, right? What the heck is happening? Are we not live? Cyajin Bleda. Okay. So you just heard your name. I just got home. By the way, YouTube. Yeah, okay, now the messages are popping up, but they weren't. God, OBS sucks. Everything sucks. Everything has just gotten worse. All software, all hardware has just gotten worse. Nothing works anymore. So this is probably the last stream I'm going to do on OBS. Tomorrow I might troubleshoot. I might troubleshoot some other stuff. But, man, this shit sucks. Want me to switch to Twitch real quick? No, it's fine. It's fine, because I think I'm having issues on Twitch, too. It's just OBS thinks that my computer cannot handle streaming at a particular bitrate, but I'll also turn the bitrate way down and I'll still get the error. And YouTube also thinks that I have some bitrate errors right now, which I have never experienced. YouTube is usually fine, but I think it's an OBS thing because I've been streaming in Meld Studio lately, and it's been fine. It just doesn't have all the features of OBS that I like. So I figured I might switch back, but I guess not. I might try Slobs again, even though I really don't want to go back to Slobs. Meld has been fine. It just needs more work. Anyway, today we're playing Duskfade, which is an indie game that I have heard is somewhat similar to Kingdom Hearts. Sounds like fun. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts guy. So that's what we're going to do. I just launched the game. We're going to wait for it to open, and then I'm going to transition to it, and then I'm going to go live on TikTok. And we're going to play. I don't know how long this demo is. If it's only like an hour, that's fine. Steam is launching. Steam was also not open for some reason. Cool. You want some corned beef hash so you can have a smile? Nah. Today's just one of those days, too. I might just be in a bad mood today. Hey, maybe playing some video games will help me feel better, but I'm also okay just being in a bad mood. Nothing wrong with having a bad day or bad week. We're getting there. We're figuring it out. The game needs to update, I guess. So I'm going to sit here and yap for a moment. I didn't know they were pushing out updates for this demo that I installed like 3 days ago. But, hey, what are you going to do? So we're going to wait on this. It says it's going to take like 3 minutes. So here I am yapping. Let's take a look at the game. Let's take a look at Duskfade. Go to the store page. This demo lets you experience a condensed version of the first level, showcasing the fast-paced action, platforming, fluid combat, and culminating in an intense boss fight against Wrath. Spoilers. The game looks really cool. I really like the art style. The character seems to move very similar to Sora. His weapon even is very definitely Keyblade inspired. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because you had a bad day, you think you want her, and you sing a bad song, and you made it away. Step into the world of Duskfade with this special demo. Join Zirian, who is the main character, I suppose, and his trusty mechanical bird, Cuckoo, as you set out on the very first steps of a journey to rescue his sister from the grasp of despair. The clock has stopped, the night refuses to end, and only by uncovering the secret of the master clockmakers can hope be restored. Explore the outskirts of Tick Town, venture into a magical forest alive with danger and mystery, and descend into ancient clockpunk ruins where time itself feels broken. Along the way, unlock new powers like the explosive blast attack and versatile grapple. Wow, blending fluid platforming with fast-paced combat. What's up, Zayazagora? Hello, welcome in. I'm just reading the Steam page for this game that we're going to play. The demo lets you experience a condensed version of the first level. Yeah, we read that already. It looks cool. Like I said, very Kingdom Hearts inspired, but kind of like a harder steampunk-esque aesthetic. Seems cool. I am excited for Friday. I'm going to have to figure out my stream shit on Friday because Sparking Zero hates it when I play it on stream. But we got a new Sparking Omega patch, baby, so I gotta play Sparking Zero on stream. I also haven't given like a good in-depth look to the new updated character creator mod, and I want to do that too. Sounds like Somewhere in the Land Down Under. Okay, the game is updated. We're gonna play it now. Maybe. Oh, it's running. Okay, it automatically launched. Oh boy. Yeah, it's one of those days. All right, let's go. Get the game capture. Shoop. Maybe. I'm assuming this is a controller game because that's what I'm going to be doing. Everyone seems extremely excited for 4.0. I'm extremely excited for 4.0. I'm excited to play as Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I'm very excited for how the Daima characters are going to feel. You definitely cooked. I'll just say that. I am very excited for Beam rework come next version. But I think we'll be happily satiated until that time comes, which is likely so far away. All right, let's hop on this. I'm gonna turn it down a tick because it seems a little loud. I just want beams to be huge, and I don't want them to be textured anymore. I've actually always been okay with the size of the beams. I just always hated how the beams looked in Sparking Zero. They're a little. The texture on the inside is a little funky to me. Or what do we have? What do we have for plot? Show me the plot. Okay. Little guy. He's got belts. That's definitely the Kingdom Hearts aesthetic. We're planning on moving updates from per month to every 2 months. That checks out. That makes sense. Huge beams like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's. Exactly. I kind of like this pre-rendered cutscene. Oh. Where am I? Alira. Frick. Oh, we gotta go save Alira. Okay, and we gotta get the Keyblade. Oh, we're right into it, too. Dimitri Burley, thank you so much for liking the live. Look at that. That is literally a Keyblade. Just ain't got the keyhole on the end. Whoa. This is what Kingdom Hearts would look like in Unreal Engine 5. Okay. And now we're in game. Okay, so settings. We must go to the settings. We must turn the graphics down a little bit, and we must turn the motion blur off. Okay. That's probably fine. I do wish that there was an FPS limit. Hi, Sora, literally. He looks a little bit like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I think that should be fine. We should be fine now. Okay. Look at him go. He even runs like Sora with the thing on his back. Okay, we have our attack. He's fast. Oh, it transforms into like a little axe. Neato. Okay. Smack. So many particles. It's like a Donkey Kong bonanza. Oh, I can double jump already. Dash. Oh, we do have a little dodge and a little air dash. It's like a chest of some kind. Potion tastes like strawberry. Looks delicious. Give me the red potion. I'm more of a high potion guy myself. And no, I don't mean it like that. Is there something I'm missing here? Hope this game doesn't get the Power World treatment, even though Power World is practically Pokemon. Oh, it wants me to heal myself. No, I don't think that, I don't think Squeenix has ever gone after any game that's like vaguely like Final Fantasy before. So we should be fine. Especially if they're not trying to like rip off the actual Disney characters. Huh. Is it crazy to think about how Sora is basically a Disney princess? I think that's funny. Huh. Huh. We get so much stuff. Okay, we got hard platforming here in the beginning. I mean, not like difficult platforming, just like we got straight up platforming here in the beginning. Which I'm a fan of. Always give me some platforming. I'm the platforming guy. Okay, we got clocks. We got pendulums. I can just dodge past those. Easy like. Huh, huh, huh. Roll to avoid. Oh, okay. Just iframes. Sora plus Cloud. Write that down. Oh! Okay. Oh. Did a little. Yeah, the HUD in the bottom right is even very similar. With the 2D sprite. I like it though. I don't know when Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to come out, so I'll take anything. Anything Kingdom Hearts adjacent. Checkpoints throughout the world. Save your progress, restore your health, and all your potions. Oh, okay, so potions are a resource that I have, not individual things that I need to collect. That's interesting. Guess who and... Oh my god. Guess who and when the one, the only Piccolo Glazer. Excuse me? You're actually the #1 Champa fan? Literally lying to me. Kingdom Hearts 4 before GTA 6. God, I wish. Oh, okay, we got the cello. Cuckoo. Get bonked. Bah, bonk. Hiya. Okay. Focus view on an enemy. No, but I was. That's true. At one point. Smack. Hey, get out of the. Smack. Ah. Hit him with the. Ah. Hit him with the. Ah. Wah. Popped his ass. You okay, little buddy?
Thanks for your help. Who are you?
Don't worry.
I'm your friend.
My name's Syrian. What about you?
What's your name?
Of course I can talk.
Sounds like friggin' Lillian from
Skilled.
the Rugrats.
She's the one who... no, I didn't see her, but you should get out of here. This dump looks dangerous.
This dump looks dangerous.
I need to find her.
Gotta find a Lyra. Come on. She's gotta be in there someplace. Alright, cuckoo man. Alright, I gotta turn it down a little bit, I think it's just a tick too loud still. You haven't seen the new Mega Pokemon. I have seen all the new Mega Pokemon, but I don't think I'm gonna play ZA. I think I'm good. I can wait till the next generation. Okay, another cutscene. Oh, Chrono Blast! Minutero hums with new potential. Hello! Welcome in to the TikTok chat. Unleash a powerful cone-shaped burst of energy that deals heavy damage. Watch out for the recoil. Legends Z Alpha. Bing. Look, a guide bell. Alira told me that if you touch them, their chime will show you the way. The way to where? I don't know. To where you're supposed to go. What nonsense. You'll see. I'm gonna hit it really hard with my sword. Bonk. I see. What do you think will be the new game announcement at the Genki de Matsuri event on January 25th? That is a great question. I know a lot of people think it's going to be Xenoverse 3. I am kind of the mind that it's going to be a new 2D fighter. Not necessarily Fighters 2, but maybe like a new entry in the Budokai series. What do you think? What do you guys think the new Genki Damatsuri event on January 25th is going to be? Burgers or ribs for dinner? I'm a ribs guy. So like Budokai 4? Yeah, but it'll probably be something different.
Be careful.
It'll probably be Dragon Ball Zero. Get rid of the sparking. I have no idea. Dimps is going to work on Budokai again. I don't think it would be Dimps. More explorers. I'm Claude, charmed. This place is crawling with monsters. What are you even doing here? You should head back home. But I think it'd be cool to get a new, like, 2.5D fighter. With just, like, the dope animations of the Budokai series and some more of the crazier, like, fusions and stuff, I think would be fun. I just think if they're going to be doing Xenoverse 3, we're probably still not going to actually see it for a while. Did you know Dimps runs Legends? I didn't know that. You know, I actually have no idea. I'm pretty good at sneaking around, though. Anyway, I'll be seeing you down the road, fellow travelers. The Clockmaker's secret awaits. Okay. Maybe the game announcement is just Sparking 02. And they're like... Remember when we said there's going to be more characters? We meant there's going to be more characters in the sequel. I don't know. I think Xenoverse 3 will maybe be the best Dragon Ball game ever made. I just don't know if it's time yet. I just don't know. Unless they've had a team working on it for years already, it's nowhere near. It's nowhere near where it's going to be. And I know they've still been updating Xenoverse 2, but like, and that's not to say that they can't be working on it in the meantime, but we're going to register Omega in the Game Awards for Best Mod? Is that a thing now? Is Best Mod a thing now? Because that would be dope. Ow! They did it last year. Oh. I did not see that. But I mean, the Game Awards themselves are usually pretty sparse on the actual awards aspect of it. They fly by those things if they even do them in the show at all. This is cool though. I like the aesthetic. It definitely feels like it's Unreal Engine 5, which is maybe hard to say if it's for the best or for the worst, but the game is probably going to be crossplay, probably Dragon Ball Zenkai or something. God, I hope it's not a new mobile game. We don't need another tentpole mobile game. I want a Quest title. I think that's the only way that we'd get a Dragon Ball VR game is if it's like a Quest exclusive like the Deadpool game. But I think having a VR Dragon Ball game would be dope if they like do it right. Best Mod didn't get a show on stage, but it's just yeah, for sure. No, that's sick. Especially with how big the community's become. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going around collecting shit. We'll be here watching the Game Awards this year. Every year I watch the Game Awards, get all dressed up, and get heavily intoxicated over the course of the night and shit talk all the trailers that I don't care about. Which is most of them. Gunch, what's good, man? What's up, Red? How the heck are ya? Dragon Quest Ball Z. I've been saying this for a while now. I think that they should make a semi-realistic OG Dragon Ball Dark Souls game. That's like basically the entire OG Dragon Ball, but it's less like action RPG. Like how Kakarot was, and it's more like dodge rolling using the power pole, those sort of RPG elements. I've been practicing guitar. Hell yeah, I got mine right here. Ugh. All three of my guitars need new strings though. It's been about 3 years since I've changed the strings on any of my guitars. And I've just been living with it. This is gonna be rough, isn't it? Are you sure you want to keep going? Yeah, I'm sure I want to keep going. It's the only way to get Alira out of that tower. And what about you? I don't think you want to stay unfinished, do you? No, I need her to help me with the part I'm missing. I just can't stay like this. My guitar cost me $200, so worth it. I have been lucky enough to get all of my guitars for free, but that's the benefit of being in a family that is comprised of musicians. They get new guitars, and I get the hand-me-downs. Siri, put that in my reminders. Yeah, my dad has like 25 guitars. Both of my brothers probably have like 8 or 9 each, and I have 3. But all of mine were just hand-me-downs from them when they got new ones. Come on. Give me that. Can I drink my potion? Okay, yes.
That was neat.
Yeah, I have an electric guitar into acoustics. I don't play the electric so much. I'm not good at that. Oh, whoa, and I'm wet.
No problem.
I'm not good at picking. I can strum, but I wish I could write pop punk music. That's what I want to do. I've only been trying to. Oh, the classic. That's everybody's first. Bump 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 bump. Oh. There's a good amount of songs that I have learned, and there's a good amount of songs that I've written. But yeah, just riffing and picking, I'm not so good at. Star shards, let's go. Okay, we go this way. What do you have? What do you think that your missing piece is? One song I really want to do is Hotel California. Is it a lonely place? I'm trying to learn a lot of like Green Day songs and like Blink-182 songs. Not knowing is the hardest part. If I had to guess, a giant pair of wings. That way we can fly so high we'll brush the clouds. Yes, that would be very nice, but I find myself skeptical. I'd also like to learn a bunch of ska songs. I just want to bust out a bunch of ska songs at like a party. Because famously, ska fucks. Yeah. Break that. Alright. Are we supposed to be getting like a new mainline Sonic game in 2026 also? I think I heard about that. Which would be exciting. Frontiers 2 or whatever. Yeah. What? Okay. Do you think will be 2 major projects that are going to be announced at the... well, I think as far as what we know, like there's going to be super announcements, and I think that the various super announcements are going to be a movie, which will likely be a sequel to Superhero. Like the 3D animated, it'll follow like the Trunks and Goten stuff that we haven't gotten yet. And then we'll do the anime, and which will cover like Mora and Granola, and then the return of the manga as well. Congrats to all the voice actors who got the parts. True, everybody is very talented. It was a very hard process casting for DBA, but everybody has been cast now, and I'm very excited to get rolling there. Bro, seeing Teen Gotenks would go so hard. Well, that's the thing, too, is that there isn't even any Teen Gotenks. At least we'd be able to get, like, Teen Goten and Trunks Super Saiyan and, like, maybe get those for DLC in Sparking Zero and Xenoverse. But they haven't even done Teen Gotenks yet. I don't know why. It feels like Shueisha is forcing them to stop. Like Toyotaro's like, what if we did Teen Gotenks? And Shueisha's like, what if you didn't? Bing. Okay. And I feel like I don't need to ring. Okay. I feel like I don't need to ring the bells. The animations feel a little slow for how fast the actual like movement is. I don't know. Still feels good though. Yo, thank you for liking the live over on TikTok. Here we go. But yeah, I think Dragon Ball Super Season 2 is coming. Hopefully, it'll be in the Shintani style, if not the Daima style. I just really hope that they don't get the same studio to animate it that animated Super before. Grapple, clock weights now hang from Minutero. Is that the name of my sword? Toyotaro already spoke on making Goten the new main character. Oh yeah, for sure. I saw that. I just love Goten so much. I love Goten so much, and I want him to be the main character. Do you think Goten and Trunks will ever get their own Potara fusion? I doubt it. I think we're getting Daima too. I don't think you're wrong is the thing. But I don't want that to be spoken into existence. I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. I'll take any additional Dragon Ball content at this point, but nobody wants Daima 2. But I do think that it's one of the more realistic things that they could do. That way, if the manga keeps going, Toyotaro can just do the manga, and that's its own thing, and they can just kind of continue this offshoot with Daima. That makes sense to me from like the business angle. What would you even call that? Trunk 10? Yeah, I think they would call Potara fusion of Goten and Trunks Trunk 10. At least that's the established whatever all the fans think. Grappling hook. Sick. Okay. Go over here. Hoop, hoop, hoop. Because they want to stay away from Shueisha, and the only thing they can do is continue Daima. Yeah. I wish that they could get their shit together. Or I wish that Shueisha would just drop it. I know that they won't, because it's infinite money for them, but like, God, it would really benefit the art if they weren't involved. Do you think Kale and Caulifla will ever learn the fusion dance? No, I actually don't think we'll ever see Kale and Caulifla again, and I'd be fine with that. Once Super ends in manga form, I believe that's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be in the hands of Caps Corp. Yeah, and I think that's fine. Like, I think that's probably for the best. It's just gonna take some finagling to get there. It's gonna take some time and some heartache, and only the fans are going to suffer, which sucks, because we're just trying to see Alter Ego and like Granola and Moro in games and shit. Just curious, what's the dumbest question you have ever been asked? What is the dumbest question you've ever been asked? I don't know. Do you think there will be a Tournament of Power 2? No way. Never. Dumbest question I've ever been asked. I don't know. I feel like I've been asked a lot of dumb questions, but I also I used to babysit, and like kids are just really stupid. So some of that stuff I feel like I probably just blocked out.
Okay, done.
Is a tomato red? Sometimes no. Sometimes they're green. Sometimes they can lean more purple. Did you see the Kakarot Sparking Zero got an update where they now added a Capsule Corp at the end of the games? I did not see that. But I figured there must be something going on with all of that. Because of all the announcements that we've been getting. It seems like they've sorted something out. Do you think Goku and Vegeta will ever fuse with Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego? Yes, I do think that we will see that. What is my name? Heisenberg. Okay, I think we're getting too close to the end of this demo. Whoa! Okay, game looks fun. It is. I mean, seems like a much shorter demo than I thought it was gonna be. Hello, because I think this is the final boss. Zirian, what's that thing? No, I just joined. Oh yeah, this is the final boss of the demo. I was hoping I'd get at least an hour out of this.
Really?
Dunna dunna. Ouch. Big dodge. Smack. Ow. Okay, the music is fire. I gotta heal. Ow. Oh, Valhalla! He's got a gun! Okay. I don't know. I don't even know how to use my special ability. Oh, like that. Okay. Okay. Lock in. Which fusion do you think Goku and Vegeta will do? Probably Gogeta, if they do it. It'll probably be, egotistical instinct Gogeta will be what they do. Would be my guess. Because we've kind of locked in on the Gogeta stuff lately. Is that hurting me? Just like being here hurting me? It does seem to be hurting me. It all seems to be hurting me. Just being here seems to be hurting me. Okay, I'm dying. I'm just dying. Okay, he's just dealing damage. I was so disappointed with the ending of the last game from last stream. I don't know why I'm taking so much damage. What was the last game from last stream? Okay. I guess I probably need to attack him, but I need to do the platforming here, and I seem to be failing at it. I'm just so close to being dead. Wow, I'm dead. Oh, Firewatch. Right. Yeah. I think I just got a bad ending. I think I just got the bad ending because of the choices that I made. And do you think that Ultra Gogeta will have purple and silver hair the same in time? They probably will. I really like the Idiot Lenin's take, which is a Sparking Zero modder, where it's like the purple hair on the outside and then the silver hair in the middle, kind of like how Gotenks is. And then yeah, having heterochromia would be cool. I think that'd just be a nice. There's multiple endings. I think based on your decisions, there are multiple things that can happen. Yeah, just as far as like dialogue goes, I think the story is pretty set in stone. But just like your decisions, in dialogue and whatnot can change how the ending dialogue goes. No, but ultimately, I do really like the idea of. I ultimately very much like the idea of Goku fusing Super Saiyan 4 with Ultra Instinct. I think that would be the most hype thing. I think that would be very hype. Most likely it'll be some weird hair thing. Yeah, probably. Huh. But I also don't think that, like, with Black Frieza, like, I don't think that that's how they're gonna end it. I don't think that, just, like, them getting big power up and killing Frieza again is gonna be how it ends. Hello, Greninjon! I see a more divine dynamic hair. I'm into that. I need a new potion. I saw one over here, and I guess I should have gotten it before I proceeded. He's going back to the middle. Ending it with a fusion is going to be lame. Yeah, I agree. I'm still kind of the mind that they're going to, or they should, have Frieza become the next god of destruction, but have it be a punishment where he's tied to the Supreme Kai, and they can just be like, we can just kill Shin. We can just kill Shin anytime, and then you're dead. And like, it's not just death, it's erasure. So like, stay in check, man. This is your prison for eternity. Gotta do this. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. Okay. Okay. Also, thank you for loving all the characters I've been making for my comic series. Dude, I'm really excited to see where it goes. I think it would be UI or UE only since it's the one guy with one transformation, right? Well, UI is like technically technique, right? Versus Ego, which feels more like a transformation, but But they have been aiming towards Vegeta killing Black Frieza. Yeah, I just really don't want them to. How do you feel about the new Pokemon game? I'm not playing it. It doesn't look bad to me. I just don't really need another game right now. I have so many games. And I had fun with Arceus, but I don't know if I need another Legends title. Do you think that Super Saiyan 4 from Daima will ever be introduced in Super? Yeah, probably. I mean, if Toyotaro wants to, I guess. Like, that's kind of what it boils down to, is if he wants to. He's already stated that Daima is canon, so if they want to work it in and he wants to make Super Saiyan 5 a thing, then that is his decision to make now. And as the guy who did AF, I'd be okay. I'd be okay if that was the decision that he made. Like I was saying earlier, like merging Ultra Instinct with UI to create like a pseudo Saiyan angelic form combination, I think would be cool. Super Saiyan 23. Super Saiyan 23 and me. My dad's going to get it for me. I just have to pay for Switch Online. Oh, fair. Ow. Ow. You're dead. We got him. And if there will be a Daima Season 2, do you think that Vegeta will also get the Super Saiyan 4 transformation? Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't think that they would leave Vegeta behind that long. And if they want to do a Daima Season 2 to fill in any plot holes, fill in any gaps, and then lead that into, like, Super, and then proceed from there, I think I'd actually be okay with it. But they actually have to do that. And from what we've done already, I don't know if they would do that. I think they would just keep Daima, while existing in the canon, being, like, its own thing that they can do without Shueisha's involvement. Which, yeah. I'm super excited because my favorite Pokemon is finally getting a Mega. Let me guess. Hawlucha? Malamar? Delphox? Trying to think of all the other ones. There are some goofy looking ones. The Victory Bell Mega Evolution is silly. But that was the Duskfade demo. That was way shorter than I thought it was going to be. I personally like Daima better than Super as a continuation to the end of Z. Yeah, I like it. I like it all fine. I think that my issue with Daima is that I do like Super. Oh, Greninja. Got it. That makes sense. Sorry. I do like Super, especially the manga. I really think that the manga has done a great job of continuing the story of Dragon Ball in an interesting way. There's been some stuff that I didn't like, but as far as Daima goes, I think that Daima is a fundamentally better understanding of what Dragon Ball is and feels like a more natural continuation to Z, but given the context of all that has already come before it, it feels insincere to choose one over the other, and it feels bad for like Funimation and Crunchyroll and Capsule Corp and Shueisha and like all of the companies that are involved with making Dragon Ball to try to do anything other than just continue the story and be like, but you guys have that thing and we have this thing, so we're gonna do this way even though it has nothing to do with your thing. Like, I really do wish that we could all just work together and like make a cool story that honors the legacy of this incredible artist that has like fundamentally changed the way that we perceive media. Like, it would be great if we could just continue to tell his story in a respectful and also awesome way, but they just don't have any interest in doing that. But Super has sat so long, so Yeah, for sure. It feels bad. People hate on GT too much. No, GT sucks. GT does suck. You are fully allowed to like it. Me saying it sucks shouldn't have any credence on how much you like it or not, but it does suck. And I think that pretty much everything else that we've gotten as far as post-Z content is better than GT. Daima feels more like a Akira Toriyama story, while Super doesn't. Sure, I totally feel that. Do you think that if Vegeta was also get Super Saiyan 4 in Daima, they'll introduce a Daima version of Vegeta with Super Saiyan 4? I don't know if they would do Vegeta specifically. I think they'd do the fusion bugs that they established in Season 1, and it would just be a new fusion. Why don't you like GT? Because the writing is bad, the animation is bad, most of the plot points are bad, most of the villains are bad, and it's just all in all poorly executed, slow, sloggy, kind of disconjointed mess. And that's just that's my opinion as a guy with a film degree, right? Like, as from a storytelling perspective, it's bad. From a production standpoint, it was poorly made. There are some points that have cool animation, but they are few and far between. There are some ideas that were cool, like Super Saiyan 4, that are executed poorly. And like, I don't know if Daima necessarily does Super Saiyan 4 better than GT, but it does it different. And I think that the way that Daima handled Super Saiyan 4 is at least a little bit more consistent with what we do in the series today, even though I do wish that they would have explained it a little bit more, and hopefully they do down the line. But yeah, I know that people do love Super Saiyan 4, but it's like people are like, but Baby was so good, and it's like, no, Baby wasn't good. Baby was not a good arc of Dragon Ball. It was the best arc of GT, which is a bad show. And like, that's it. And it's like, even the animation in Baby, there were some really good moments, but there was also some really, really horrible animation throughout the entire series. Super 17, the worst thing Dragon Ball has done. Period. The worst anything Dragon Ball, anything. I would have preferred fucking Super Dragon Ball Heroes golden guy over Super 17. Like, Super 17 is a filler arc and a filler show. It was a 7-episode run, and it was resolved so poorly. All of the characters were handled so stupidly, and I honestly don't even really like the design of Super 17 that much. I think Super 17 fundamentally is a stupid idea, and like having two 17s when one is in hell, but he was an android, so why does he have a soul? Why is it just, where did the other one? It's just so dumb. The Shadow Dragons are an excellent idea, and I think that the way that they chose to end GT is a wonderful ending to Dragon Ball, but it was handled bad. The Shadow Dragons are a cool idea in theory, but once it became a Monster of the Week show for 12 episodes, it just got boring. And like, it was an interesting idea with poor execution, and that's pretty much the story of GT in a nutshell. And I understand why people love him so much. I don't either. I don't understand why people love him so much either. Don't you know why Super 17 isn't in Sparking Super Zero? Because nobody can beat him when he's Super 17. Baby Vegeta is one of the best villains in all of Dragon Ball, in my opinion. And that is a totally valid opinion for you to have. I think that all of the GT villains rank below all of the Super villains. Not filler, excluding filler. They're like a duplicate Vegeta. Definitely ranks below Baby Vegeta. What about the Black Star Dragon Ball arc? Black Star Dragon Ball arc is horrible. It's horrible. It's boring. It doesn't understand how the characters of Dragon Ball function. They forget they can fly. Like, half of the Black Star Dragon Ball arc is contingent on the characters not remembering that they know how to fly. Which, at least in Daima, they were like, oh, my body is smaller. It makes flying harder. But in GT, they just didn't do it. You ever feel like the Buu arc was rushed? I mean, I don't ever feel like it was rushed. I just feel like Toriyama was taking it 1 week at a time, and what he wanted to do was constantly changing. Goku should not have been able to beat as many of the Shenrons as he did. The Shadow Dragons should have been God tier level. Agree. And for how hyped Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is, God, he did not do that much in the anime. He has been carried by games for 25 years. The Big Bang Kamehameha in the anime is fucking pathetic. It does not look cool. It is not animated well. And that shit has been carried by games for so long. I don't know if you guys have seen like the Budokai 2 times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. It's so sick. And I don't know where they got any of that from. They just like made that up because they don't have anything else to go off of. I prefer BSD Arc over Resurrection F. Really? I mean, I don't love Resurrection F by any means, but preferring the Black Star Dragon Ball arc. That's wild. That's a wild take. Do you think they will ever introduce Vegito in Super Saiyan 4 and Dragon Ball Super instead of Daima? I mean, we already have Vegito in Super. I don't know if they'll ever do Super Saiyan 4 Vegito though. That's just not the thing. Also, Gunch, me and a friend of mine are working on a show on YouTube you might like. Okay, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I am just kind of yapping here because I at least want to get to like an hour. I don't want to stream for less than an hour. So I'm just sitting here yapping. I don't know. I think that the Moro arc and I think that the Granola arc are really wonderful. Are like truly great Dragon Ball storytelling. Oh yeah, I know about Hues of Battle. Y'all showed me that. I watched the first episode. I really want to see that content animated because I truly think that it would be special. And I just want them to continue the story. I just want the story to continue. And I don't know what that is, but I think living in the limbo of post Dragon Ball Z feels really, really bad. Where we've been in the post Dragon Ball Z era for 30 years now. Z ended, and then it was GT. Okay, we got post Z, and then Super Hab. It's like, okay, this is a different version of post Z, and now we have Daima, which is a different version of post Z. And it's like, guys, can we please just let the story continue? Whether we want to make GT canon, whether we want Daima to be canon, whether we want Super to be canon, it doesn't matter. Can we just move past it? Can we just decide and continue? And like, I think following the manga is the right decision. And if we want to do more stuff with Daima on the side with a different team, that's fine. But I really just want Dragon Ball to keep going, because if we didn't have to sit in limbo forever, we could be on the next thing. Like Black Frieza could have been taken care of at this point. We could have a main character Goten. We could have the next generation of Saiyans already, had we not have to wait for 6 years doing nothing. As a person who has been rewatching the series to work on Omega, I can confidently say people need to rewatch their so-called peak moments again and realize that it really wasn't. Who wins Zeno versus Super 17? Well, nobody can beat him when he's Super 17. Let's just end Dragon Ball, please. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Fully. If there will be another Super movie or even a Daima movie, who do you want them to bring back? I don't want them to bring back anybody. I know Cooler is the popular answer, but I really don't think they need to bring anyone back. I'm fine with it just ending. We have dropped so many neat things in Z for random BS. I agree. I think if Dragon Ball wants to end, that's fine. And if we want to stay in the universe, let's do a Boruto. Let's do a 100-year time skip. Pan is 90 years old. She's a martial arts master that went through the same shit that Goku had to go through as a kid. And she can train the next generation of Saiyan hybrids or Namek children or whatever. Like, let's just do something else. If we want to stay in that world, because it's a cash cow, they're going to want to stay in that world forever. But like, we don't need to keep Goku alive. We don't need to keep Vegeta alive. We can continue a story in the universe and have it be disconnected from the primary cast. And I think using Pan as the catalyst of that would be very interesting, because I don't need to see Pan grow up. I think we've seen enough of the Dragon Ball kids growing up. I would love to just see Pan as an adult, a fully realized badass martial artist who has gone through the ringer, trained with Roshi, trained with Korin, trained with Kami, and like went through her own paces and is now interested in educating the next round so we could do more tournaments again. We could have the Dragon Balls be held back, thrown back into mystery. Maybe they aren't even around, or I don't know. I just think that just like if we want Dragon Ball to continue as a property, let's leave the current story alone. The Skywalker saga of it all, right? Like the Goku saga. We've seen Goku from a child to his late adulthood, to his death in GT. Death. And I think that it would be fine if we moved past it. We just keep dropping the replacements. 100%. We don't even need to skip 100 years. Goten and Trunks were meant to be the replacement already. It's true. As much as I want Goten and Trunks to be the replacement, it feels like we fumbled that bag for 20 years already, and it probably just won't happen. The GT movie was a good start in that direction. I agree. But we just have to fully ignore all of that because they've chosen to, which is so sad. Because if they wanted to just retell GT, they could have. They could have just redone GT, but with good writing and better and like consistent animation on a schedule. But they didn't do that. They wanted to go the Daima route, and that's fine. Or they wanted to go to the Super route, and that's fine. And like, the whole thing stemmed with Battle of Gods just being like, Battle of Gods was a Dragon Ball Z movie. Super wasn't a thing. It was just supposed to be a Z movie. It was supposed to be a fun one-off thing. Like, here's the next pinnacle of power that our hero has reached. And they were like, oh, right, Dragon Ball makes us so much fucking money. Let's keep this going. And now here we are, 5 years, and Dragon Ball's not making any fucking money because they can't decide on who's going to make it or what's going to happen. I hate being a fan of this property. But the GT movie was still Goku and Vegeta. True. Just give it to Pan. Just give it to Pan. This is all Dragon Ball Evolution's fault. True. Kind of. Yeah, it's, Justin Chatwin, man. Justin Chatwin. But sadly, it looks like it's going to aim towards Gohan and Broly as the main characters. I'm so okay with what's happening right now in Dragon Ball as a building out the Avengers, right? Like, how sick is it that we get Broly back? We got everybody getting these god tier, angel tier forms. We got Gohan as a front runner as far as power goes again. We're back at the top, and we have this true evil villain who's been in the series forever, who is back, more powerful than ever. And we have to get the team together to put a stop to it. I am so in on that. And it feels climactic. It feels like we're building up to something that's going to be so sick, so epic, and it's going to conclude in hopefully a satisfying way after some of the best battles that the series has ever seen. And then we can end it. And then we can be done. Because we've already started to establish this stuff. It's like, let's just be done. Let's just be done with it. That would be so sick if we can put a rest to Frieza and the universe can be in balance for a little bit. We can actually like give the show a break, go on an official hiatus, let Goku fucking die. Just go on a little bit of a hiatus with the show. So while if it's gonna be Toyotaro or not, let him do something else for a bit. Let him be creative and like take care of something, come up with ideas, and come back to Dragon Ball when it's time. I'd be fully okay with that. But then at the very least, we don't have to deal with all the rights bullshit that we have now. We can lean into more what if stuff, and just once the manga is complete and the anime is complete and everybody's just on the same page, it'll make everything so much easier. I've been waiting on a good Transformers game for years. There does need to be a good Transformers game. Tapion could return. I would like it if Tapion returned, but I feel like Frieza's black form is Hakai power. Yeah, I think whatever is going on with Frieza, because we've seen him, at least in the anime, I don't think they did this in the manga, where he is able to negate the Hakai energy from Jin. When Goku goes to recruit him and all of the Universe 11 fighters come to like gang on them. All of those numbers, all of those names could be wrong. But we've seen that he's strong enough to manipulate that power, right? So with him putting in how much time he did in the chamber, we have no clue what the scale of Frieza is. Like, he is absolutely a multiversal threat. And I think and I mean, we saw that he's definitively stronger than Goku and Vegeta, having one-tapped them while only displaying a fraction of his power or whatever. But I think that just lends itself to the entire atmosphere of it. Wait, when and what is next stream endgame? We're gonna play Sparking Zero on Friday. Frieza could do one push-up and unlock a new form at this point. Literally. It's gonna be crazy, and it feels like a climax. It feels like an endpoint, especially having Frieza kind of been in the background for a while now, even in GT. I mean, he even shows up in GT and Hell and stuff. Like, he's just kind of a constant presence. I think that it would be okay if that's how it ends. If we can end it after the Black Frieza arc and just let it be. You should get the sword and show it to us. This sword? The trunk sword I have in the background. We'll see what happens at Dragon Ball Games Hour 2026. Yeah, we'll see what happens at the Geki Damatsu event as well. Whis already confirmed to them at the end that no one was stronger than Frieza. First, 100%. And that's very exciting. And that's why I think that just like them getting a Zenkai boost and getting stronger than Frieza is so uninteresting and unfun. Or even if they have to fuse, if Broly and Gohan use the Potara and Goku and Vegeta use the fusion dance, and they go full power Ozaru Beast, and they go Ultra Ego Instinct, and they just pound on Frieza until he's dead, that's just gonna be so lame. And I don't think that Toyotaro would do that, but I do think that giving Frieza the proper punishment that he deserves, which is an endless life of torment, and giving him the job of the Destroyer God, would be great. Does it come out? Of course it comes out, just like me. Schwa. It's all foam though. It makes a cool noise when you get it. Ah! It's pretty good though. It's very shiny. Very dope. I am going as Trunks for Halloween this year. We need Super 17 to take down Black Frieza. That'd be funny. That'd be funny if they somehow brought Super 17 back. I'm going as the Riddler Batman. Riddle me, fiddle me, diddle me, skew. Batman, who are you? That's how he finds out he's Bruce Wayne. He's like, oh, the answer, Bruce Wayne. Oh, fuck, you got me. But okay, we've hit the hour point. If there is Super 17, do you think there will ever be Super 18? No, I don't think there will ever be Super 18. But we could get Android 36, the fusion of 17 and 18. Is that math? I don't know. I'm going as a turtle. Turtle. Hell yeah. But that was Duskfade. Like I said, we'll be back on Friday with some Sparking Omega. Very excited for the new patch, modded Sparking Zero. Very exciting. Lots of new character updates. A lot of balance changes. Have you seen Absolute Joker? I have not. I'll be on Discord telling you my last 2 OCs for my comic. Hell yeah. 17 plus 18 cannot be 25. That can't be true. I know that for a fact. But I will be back on Friday. Not exactly sure what time yet, but thank you, everybody. 35, got it. Thank you, everybody, and peace out. And that's going to go for you guys over on Twitch and YouTube as well. Greninjons, hiyo. Did anybody else come in? Oh, Saiyajin Blader. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me. I love yapping about Dragon Ball with you guys. As much as I hate this series, I do love it, and I love talking about it. So, hey, until next time, friggin' peace out, and goodbye forever.